And also another thing you want to keep in mind too, when you're doing custom artwork, one of the main advantages to that is there is no pre-existing reference you're basing that on. It's something that is your artwork. It all came from your head. It's your ideas, your concepts. It's basically something that, you know, you dictate every single aspect of how that comes out. So that being said, if you find something that you want to tweak or change or alter as you feel necessary as you're doing the tattoo, that is very doable. You know, for example, like if once you do the stencil and you have it on there, and as you're tattooing, and say you get to certain areas where you want to tweak it a little bit, you know, accentuate certain lines, elongate things, make things shorter, you know, add little bits of detail here and there, you can change that as necessary. So to a certain extent, you can use the stencil more or less as a guideline. And then again, like I said, you can tweak that little bits here and there if you feel that's necessary. So you don't always have to follow exactly verbatim, line for line, what you have there on the stencil. You know, you want to more or less keep it, you know, close to what you have stenciled and ready to go, because, you know, obviously you and your client both agreed on what is getting done right there. So if there's little bits of, you know, information, like I said, that you want to tweak as necessary, you can do that. And again, that's only when it's something that's strictly custom artwork. You know, if you're working off something that's pre-existing, something, an image that the client brought to you, something that needs to be exactly translated as close as it possibly can be to the original artwork, you want to keep that as close as possible. But, you know, again, in this case, it is custom artwork. It is my artwork. So, you know, little bits of information that I want to tweak as necessary, I can do that. And, you know, so can you or anybody else for that matter, as long as it is custom artwork. So you might notice here and there little spots where I decided to make little changes, and that is perfectly acceptable.